students. Myself Professor Urpita Dash, and the course name which I am going to teach you, that is wireless communication and networks. In my previous presentation, what we have learned, that is what is wireless communication, what are the different wireless networks, and evolution of the wireless technology, and the first generation mobile to the fifth generation of mobile technology. We are going very brief. We are going to discuss very briefly in our last lecture, but in this lecture, uh, I am trying to give you the in details idea of the different generation of mobile technology. So in this lecture, uh, I am going to introduce you the first generation of mobile telephony, and in this presentation we have learned features of first 1G technology, types of 1G mobile telephony available in different country, features of each technology. So the car phones were first commercialized in 1946 in USA by Bell System, and continued to be improved and popularized in the 1960s, which was still connected on the landline network, also known as public switch telephone networks, PSTN. Although mobility was supported to some extent, this was an example of pre-1G or 0G technology. So this is the era before first generation mobile technology comes into the market. So this one is the earliest technology where the phones are installed in the car, and it is still connected on the landline network. It is not fully mobile. Roaming is not possible for 0G technology, and we can see the picture over here. Now, features of first generation mobile telephone. In first generation mobile telephony, cellular concept is available for first generation mobile telephony, but it is analog in nature. For first generation mobile network, we use analog FM transmission, and the only service available is voice service. No other service available in first generation. Only service available is voice service, and we use FDMA technique, that is frequency division multiple access technique. Roaming support is very poor, lack of efficient use of spectrum, low capacity, unreliable handoff, poor voice links, and no security at all, since voice calls are played back in radio towers, making these calls susceptible to unwanted eavesdropping by third parties. So these are the mostly we can say disadvantages or the drawbacks of the first generation telephony, as we have used analog transmission, though we use cellular concept, but we use analog transmission, and the multiple access technique is frequency division multiple access technique, and the spectrum utilization is poor, and the most important thing is no security in the network. Your calls can anyone can easily tap to your call. So the security issue is very uh, important in first generation telephony, and security issue is ignored totally. Security issue is no security at all. And types of first generation mobile telephony available in different countries. First is NTT, Nippon and Telegraph in Japan. NMT, Nordic Mobile Telephony, then AMPS, Advanced Mobile Phone System, and TAX, Total Access Communication System. We will go through each one of them one by one. First is NTT, Nippon and Telegraph in Japan. The first commercial 1G mobile network in the world was launched by Nippon Telephone and Telegraph Company, NTT, in Tokyo, Japan. At first it started in Tokyo, then after that it is spread in overall in the Japan, and it is started in 1979 on 1st December. The first mobile phones were still in card phones, but the network was, it is a cellular network with 88 cell sites, with base stations or radio towers covering all districts of Tokyo. Handover of the call between different cell sites was supported. Automated switching without the need for human switchboard operator. So we can say this is the most important feature where we don't need any human operator. Automatic switching is possible in NTT. So we can see the early car phones in the Japan NTT network later evolved into shoulder phones in 1985 that can be carried on the shoulder like a sling bag. You can see the picture. So this is the earliest NTT network phone available in NTT network, and it is a shoulder phones. You can hang it like a sling bag, and the features are: total number of duplex channels is 600. Access technique is FDMA. Simple channel bandwidth 25 kHz. RF band range is 800 MHz band. And year of introduction is 1979. Now comes the NMT, Nordic Mobile Telephony. By 1981, the Nordic countries of Norway and Sweden built their first 1G mobile network based on the Nordic mobile telephone standard. Subsequently, Denmark and Finland in 1982. Though it was first started in Denmark, Finland and Nordic countries of Norway, but the first country which commercially utilized the NMT is Saudi Arab. The standard spread in quick succession in Saudi Arabia, Russia and many other Baltic and Asian countries. The features are: NMT 450 made use of the 450 MHz band. The exact frequencies and the number of available channels varied among the countries. The original standard had a radio channel with a 25 kHz bandwidth. Now roaming is possible for NMT and anyone could call anyone. The second version of NMT 900 was introduced in 1986. This version made use of frequencies in the 900 MHz band that is now used by GSM. Now comes the most important telephonic system, AMPS, Advanced Mobile Phone System. It started on 13th October 1983 in USA. The first handheld mobile phone invented by Martin Cooper and manufactured by Motorola was introduced at the same time. The features are: for AMPS, the features are uplink frequency is 824 to 849 MHz and downlink frequency is 869 to 894 MHz. What is uplink frequency and downlink frequency I will explain in my later presentation. For the timing, this I just tell you the features of the AMPS technology available at that time. Capacity is 832 channels with channel spacing 30 kHz. Transmission rate is 10 kbps, bandwidth 30 kHz, and radio transmission is used, and it is mainly used in USA. Basically, it is started in Chicago and it is invented in Bell Laboratories. The analog service of AMPS has been updated right now, and we can use digital cellular service by adding to FDMA a further subdivision. Actually, we have used right now TDMA and CDMA technique within the AMPS, and now AMPS is known as DAMPS, that is digital AMPS. So at first it was analog during the first generation of mobile telephony. It was the only AMPS, but now it is standardized to DMPS, that is digital AMPS, because apart from the FDMA, we use TDMA and CDMA to improve their performance. Although AMPS and DMPS originated for the North American cellular telephone market, they are now used worldwide with over 74 million subscribers according to Ericsson. And we know Ericsson is one of the major cellular phone manufacturer. Now comes to the TACS, Total Access Communication System. The European Total Access Cellular System, later known, also renamed to ETACS, sometimes refer to the extended tax, or sometimes it stand that it is started from Europe, that is why we also known as ETACS. It was introduced in 1985 and first implemented in the UK. After the first commercial cellular network by NTT, JTAX was later introduced in Japan in 1988. The features is frequency band 890 to 915 MHz and 935 to 960 MHz. Capacity is 1320 channels with 25 kHz channel spacing. Transmission rate is 25 kbps. eTax was an extended version of tax with more channels. Tax and eTax are now obsolete in Europe, having been replaced by the GSM. GSM is Global System for Mobile Communication System. In the United Kingdom, the last eTax service operated by Vodafone was discontinued on 31st May 2001 after 16 years of service. So these are the technology which were used for first generation mobile telephony. So in brief, we can say that in first generation of mobile telephony, though the cellular concept was introduced, but it is analog in nature and the access technique was TDMA, and therefore the system is not very much efficient for in terms of capacity also. The channel capacity was poor, spectrum utilization was poor, and the main drawbacks of 1G system is security problem. The security problem is the major issue, and anyone can tap your phone call very easily for first generation of mobile telephony. There are several standards available in different countries. The first was NTT, and then comes the Nomadic telephone system, and then comes the AMPS, and then tax. And these are the first generation of mobile telephony. Now this first generation of mobile telephony suffers from severe drawbacks, and later this system was evolved to second generation. We will see one by one in our next presentation. We were going to teach the actual how the call transmission take place in first generation telephony, what is the cell structure of first generation telephony, and what are the drawbacks of first generation. Then we will move on to second generation telephony. Thank you. Thank you for patience hearing. That's all for this presentation. Thank you.